Hello friends, welcome to my channel, JB's Crochet. I'm Amber and today is Wednesday, hump day, November 27th, 2024. So, I am so close to finishing this blanket. Oh, I'm so excited. I got up early this morning because my husband woke me up unintentionally. I stirred awake. I wouldn't say he woke me up. I'm not gonna say he woke me up. I just woke up because his rustling, I guess, woke me up. I don't know. I am doing my water this morning. Yesterday the green tea I should have waited to eat some yesterday. Monday I was fine, but yesterday, anything with any kind of substance in it, substance like, you know, sugars and stuff in it, I need to wait until after I eat. Just something that I have to do for myself. So yesterday I did not concentrate like I wanted to until late in the day on the blanket. But it is like this close to being done. But I did play with my Addy machine yesterday, and I had my daughter bring her Centro out because I found an ear warmer video that showed the difference between an Addy 46 pin, a Centro 40 pin, and the Addy 22. The Addy 22s they're 3-inch tubes, so they don't really cover ears very well. And they do the job, but they just don't really cover well. You almost need another size in between 40 and 22, like a 36 or something. Because even the 40 is just a slight bit wide, but it is a good size. The 46 is definitely really wide, but it covers a lot of your head to the point you might as well just be wearing a hat, almost. So I tried to play with her Centro. I got one ear warmer done, barely, and it has some issues in it, but I said it's probably going to be for me, or it's an unnoticeable issue that I may just donate it or let her wear it. Somebody will wear it, you know, like somebody's not going to care. So I made this one on the Centro, and like I said, it is a good size. I do like this size. I may just have to, you know, play more with her I keep calling it an Addy, her Centros, but I can tell you right now, I prefer my Addy, and I figured out but I figured out a reason that the quality of, what was it? Now I can't remember. I was like, I'm gonna make sure I remember this reason so I can tell people about it. Oh, I love this. It's so soft. This is the glowing yarn, the rainbow one that I had, that I was gonna make hats and stuff on my Addy with. Oh. You know what? I think I might keep this for myself. I'm gonna wear the knot off to the side because I feel like in the center, and I just, you know, screwed up my hair because I moved it. But I feel like it in the middle just makes me feel like I'm wearing a turban, after like a hair, you know, towel turban thing. Drying my hair after a shower. The one I'll show you here in a minute pretty much looks like that. What was it about her machine? Besides the fact that it kept dropping the stitches and tucking them and stuff, I was just like, it's like, I hate this machine. Child, take your machine back. I don't want it. I don't want to use it anymore. I literally got through 2. Well, I didn't even get through the second one. I frogged the second one off the machine. I got this one done. And then and thank you, Kim from Fortunate Creations, for the inspiration, because she made an ear warmer and wasn't sure how to get the twist. And I know how to do the twist because I've done it a few times, but not very many. I've watched it a few times and I know what I know what to do. I think this is only like my second or third ear warmer I've made. But oops, I just dropped my head. So these colors are colors I tried to use on the Centro for the next one. I was gonna do a half and half like this. I got through this color. This one's still put together downstairs with the waste yarn on it. But I didn't get to the next. I got into the next color and it started giving me issues, and at one point it skipped like 3 stitches and I went, oh, okay, we're done. And I wound it off of there. That's when I said, nope. I tried and no. So I got my Addy out and I whipped this thing out. Lickety split. No issues. And I'll show you the difference in size here, and then I'll try it on. It's not a huge difference. Maybe an inch smaller. So this is ideal, I really think. But let me show you what I did with this one to make it smaller on my head. And you'll see it's quite a bit bigger. But what I did is I actually took it and I tucked it down. Like I just kind of tuck it down a little bit. I don't know, I feel like I look really funny with these on. It looks a little different, but you know, that's how I kind of pulled it in a little bit. But there you go. You can kind of fold them a little bit to make them smaller if you wanted to. And what you could do, I guess, if you really wanted to. Now these are made with 90 rows on my Addy. My Addy's a 46 pin, so it's the same length as this, 90 rows off the Centro. I was thinking maybe I just need to play more with her Centro to get it figured out, but there was something else that I just didn't like about it as I was cranking it. It's important enough for me not to want to use it again, but it's not important enough for my brain to remember it is the issue. It's not that it's, you know, it's kind of a make or break issue for me. My hair's falling apart. Normally I'd have it pulled back in a ponytail and it needs to be washed, so I should wear one of these and hide it. Anyway, I have this yarn from the Dollar Tree called Premier Just You. Maybe it's just yarn, but it's called Teddy. So it's a fuzzy yarn. It's kind of chenille-ish looking. It is part polyester, part acrylic. So this will have to be made or washed and then laid flat to dry. I don't remember if it was hand washed or not. But y'all, this one, oh, it is so soft. I want to make it on the Centro to make it smaller because it's just too wide. I will say the Addies make them wider, but look, this is the one that I feel like makes me look like I'm wearing a towel on my head. But it is so soft and light. Y'all, this is like light. See, my issue is it sticks up back here for me, and that's why I think the smaller one would be better. But you know, these are options. I feel like I could almost go to maybe 80 rows instead of 90 just to get a little bit more of a tightness, because it does feel kind of loose. But it could be also this yarn. It's, I don't know, but I feel like, I don't know, it's too much in the back. I don't know if looks weird the way I'm doing this. So I tucked it down a little bit so it's not so tall in the back. I'll have to watch that back and see. I don't know, but it is cute. I do kind of like it. I just wish they had different colors because the only colors that I found at the Dollar Tree that I got this at was white, blue, almost, not this blue. It was a lot lighter, like a turquoise blue. I'm trying to find something kind of this blue, yeah. And then a pink, like that, like a hot pink. So it makes some very interesting colors. There's not a whole lot of like, what's the word? Neutrals. And then lastly, I made a couple hats because, okay, this is getting on my nerves. I'm not going to try the next one on because I could tell you right now it's too small for my head. Between my hair needing to be washed and the dry air right now, oof, it just drives me nuts on my face and my neck. So we're just gonna pull this back and get it out of my area. Oh, I so badly want to get back to this blanket because I feel like I have about an hour left on it, y'all. An hour. Okay, so I made a couple hats. I made one and I put it as a, I think I put, yeah, it's a community post of my kid wearing it yesterday. And now we can't find it. He wore it and now I can't find it. Because I was going to donate it because I made him another hat. But he's like, no, 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 I want all the hats. It's like, you've got so many hats that you don't wear. And we were talking and he said he wanted that I forgot certain colors in his hat. So the hat that I made originally and was going to give to him as a rainbow hat had almost all the colors in it except for purple and black and white, he said, and other colors I can't remember. I was like, so you want the rainbow in your hat, all the colors? Yeah, I want the full rainbow. Not a partial rainbow. He wants the full rainbow. He's so funny. And so I was standing at the counter going, oh, I've got like an hour before we need to eat. And I'm standing here and this food smells amazing. And I'm going to be so bored out of my mind standing here waiting for this food to get done. And so I was like, I need something to do. So we went downstairs and we grabbed all the colors out. He wanted me to add black and white and brown and gray and all this to it. I'm like, no, we've got plenty of colors. I was like, this is a rainbow. I was like, we got the rainbow out, we're good. I got the red, the orange, I got the Roy G. Biv. The red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. Well, I skipped a color. I did the red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple. So we had 6 colors instead of the 7. So we pulled out of my stash colors. So this is the rainbow hat that I made him. And if you know me, I am not a fan of making things with rainbows just because I don't know. I don't like this rainbow. I don't prefer this rainbow. But this one turned out okay because of how I did it. I like it actually because of what I did is I started with red. I changed every 5 rounds and so he was watching me. He goes, what's the number for the orange? What's the number for the orange? So I'd be like, 11. So we did, I did the row 6 on the red and then I did 11, 5 rows, but I went to 11, 16, 21, 26, 31, 36, 41, 46, 51, 56. I just, every 5 rows for the 1s and the 6s. And the reason I did that is because I never count the cast on row. At least in my brain I don't, because it doesn't feel like it's a row. The very first weaving thing that you do before you actually start really getting into the cranking. Anyway, now this actually didn't take very long. I think I got this started and we finished this within that hour. With, changing all the colors, tying the knots. Then I went through and tightened all the knots down and double knotted them and cut them down, and then made the hat. And so it is made, I went red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, and then I went back the other way because I was like, should we go back the other way or just start over? And he goes, go back the other way. So this was his choice, and I'm like, I think he made a good choice. And this is only 106 rows because he's got a smaller head, so I figured instead of going to 130 rows, which would allowed it to have a brim, so this one can actually sit on his head without a brim, which he's used to throwing a brim on his hats, so he may end up flipping this up either way. But we went back the other way, and then I literally just reversed it. I kept going back. So when I came back down to the red, I started back on the orange and went back the other way again. And you can actually see the seam right there. But yeah, like he's gotten used to, like, he knows that his hats are reversible in the last day or two, so he'll sit here and do this and flip it around and get the other side. So I think it's almost identical. It is. I didn't realize that. I thought it looked different, but so yeah, I'm trying to look here. I think the only thing that's different is that there's not a second red. Yeah, that's the only thing that's different. Is you get a peekaboo red down here versus the other side. You get the red. So same hat either way, it doesn't matter. But he'll flip these around. It's so funny. So that's what I did. And then last night I went to town crocheting on this blanket, and I even got up this morning, like I said, and tried to put in a little bit more before I got on here. But y'all look, so excited. I'm gonna be done with this before breakfast, I hope. Look at this. That's as far as I have. I can actually fit it all within frame. And so the way you can see how there's like these little bumps, right? So how I count to see how many rows I have left, I think, if I'm doing it correctly, is I count in between. So I don't count this. Have I already done it? No, okay. So I'm gonna slip stitch up here, and then I'm gonna do a square right here. So I'm gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I have 10 rows left, but that doesn't mean I have 10 squares left. On this one I have 10 squares on this row. The next one I'll have 8 rows or 9 rows. No, I should have 9. I should have 9. So it should be going down by 1 each time. But I feel like I'm decreasing on both sides, so maybe it's, but no, because it's row 10 has 10 squares. So then row 9 should have 9 squares. So it should go down like that. Where are we at here? 18 minutes. So I was thinking about this yesterday and this morning. The curriculum that I picked for my family to do, I am not really a big fan of it. I am actually a fan of the learning part of it. Okay, it's all learning, but like the reading part of it. I'm enjoying reading it and learning about the facts and whatnot of the areas that we're studying that day. But I'm just not liking the way it's flowing for us. I want to go back to what we were doing last week, where the flow, what my ideal morning would be is to have breakfast with them, obviously, and then, well, everybody have breakfast, and then we go down and we do our Pledge of Allegiance and our national anthem, learn those, because I really feel like that's important to know and to memorize. I memorized it as a kid, and that's not why. It's the patriotism. I want my children to be just as patriotic as I am. I'm very patriotic. Can you tell? I love red, white, and blue. So, like I said, go down, do that, and then, you know, do a Bible devotion with them, a quick one, which I keep forgetting about that. We started it the other day, a while back, a week or so ago. And then, do the reading part of the unit study that I picked out for like our science, social studies, history, like all in one kind of thing. And then just skip, because that's the glory or the beauty of homeschooling, is you can take a curriculum and you can make it work for yourself. You don't have to do every piece that they give you. They're all tools, and so you don't have to use every tool. So what I'm thinking is utilizing just the teacher's guide, just reading it for myself, or well, for me, and reading it with the kids. Have that notebook with them, the notebooking pages, and just skip the rest of it, because we don't need to do the rest of it. Like the language arts, like skip that, because we can do that in our normal language arts curriculum and get our language arts there in a curriculum that I prefer. And so that's my ideal. And so after we get done reading that and doing that, I send them off on their merry little ways to do their individual independent work, where they take their little workbooks for their different subjects and do that. But then also, I don't necessarily, you know, we have science and history books that they work out of and learn things. I don't know, maybe I start reading from those instead of making them individualized and just pick and pull. We're very eclectic when it comes to our curriculum. Like, we don't stick to just all one. It seems like I just need to pick the ones that I like the best out of each one that we've done. So we like the, you know, history and science from this curriculum, and we like the language arts and or math from this one, and, you know, so I think that's what I just need to do. So I don't have actually, I think I put my phone a little higher today because you guys can actually see the stitch markers behind my head. I think yesterday I had it lower where you couldn't even see I think you could just barely make out that one behind my head. But I'm sitting here crocheting on this blanket because, like I said, I am hyper. I am literally in, like, what is like the next level up from hyper mode, because I'm in that mode of like it, you know, KK, I can see I can see the end of the tunnel. Like I'm in the light. Like I'm about to step out of that tunnel and finish this. So it's like I want to just like you know, so I just want to get it done. I'm so close. And I think I'm gonna be able to make it with what I have. I may have bought just enough yarn because I have one skein of the variegated left, and I will more than likely be digging into that one. I'm on my last red, I think. I think I grabbed it and one of the variegateds last night to throw in my bag, and then I had one variegated left. And no, I don't think I had any solids left. But I'll have to double check. So it's the solid that I may run into yarn chicken on, but I don't think so, because it runs a little further because of how much more is in them. Because they're, you know, they're a lot bigger, a lot more yardage in them. So I will more than likely have to, just visually looking, I will have to visually use the last variegated. Oh, this is one of the solids. Okay, so I have one of the bands from the solids. 7 ounces, 355 yards in the solid. So, and I'm not even halfway through the one that's in there. So I am confident that I can make the corner, I can finish the corner with what I have in the red. It's the variegated that it's like, I'm probably gonna need that last one. And not very much of it either, which is what's annoying with projects sometimes, is not being able to know exactly how much you're gonna need. Even with your tension, knowing your tension and being loose or tight with your tension. I don't know, I'm leaning more towards being confident in the fact that I will have to use a little bit of the last variegated, but not so much the the solid. The solid is the one that I don't have another one left, so this blanket has gotten so big that it is a chore to turn it. So that's why towards the end I start to get kind of twisty with it and don't usually end up flipping it completely. So let's see, I think I'm 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, so every row, that's how many squares are in it. So basically, row 1, you have 1 square. So row 40, you should technically have 40 squares in it. 40 clusters, whatever you want to call them. I call them squares because they kind of sort of look square-ish. So like this right here, I just finished a square and then I'm gonna attach it to here. I know it's curved a little bit, but it's an abstract square, so that's why I call them squares. They just, you know, it's just what I call them. So, let's see, what is on my agenda today? Well, I don't know. I haven't decided if I'm going to give them the day off. Because, I don't know. It's the day before Thanksgiving. I don't know. We're not in public school, so we don't have to do school today. And I think the public schools are out right now. Like, I didn't get the day off, the whole week of Thanksgiving off. What the heck is going on with the schools around here? Like, when I was in high school, I was in school. I could have sworn I was in school till Wednesday of Thanksgiving. Or maybe even Tuesday. You know, we still went a day or two into the week of Thanksgiving. Like, well, that and this one kid that my kids hang out with from the neighborhood, I think if he wants to stay home, his parents allow him, like, not all the time, but at least his mom. He's allowed to stay home a lot. So, I don't know. But I drove past the elementary school that's up the road from my house, and they're not in school. There was a couple cars there for maybe, you know, teachers doing like in-service type stuff, working at the schools even without the kids there. But then there's a Lutheran school sits right next, it's a church and school that sits right next to an elementary school. Like literally their parking lots are divided by a little bit of concrete, and that's like curbing, and that's it. Like, you can't get from one parking lot to the next without going out into the road and going in. But they are right next to each other. And the Lutheran school, those kids were out playing recess when I drove by. So they were still in school. So that's why with my kids, we do school on days, like, even though the public school kids are not doing school, we're doing school, you know? So, oh, you know what? My husband wanted me to teach the kids, or show them, not teach them, but like show them some history about Pearl Harbor, because we will be visiting Pearl Harbor. I don't think we're visiting it on the actual day of December 7th, but I think we will be around that area. We'll be in that area around that date, I think. I don't know. Anyway, he wants me to teach them, or like not teach them, but show them the significance about Pearl Harbor, so that they're going there with the frame of mind of how important that area is. And I mean, I don't think I need to sit here and give you guys a history lesson on Pearl Harbor, but I think it's a well-known time in history around the world. I don't think it's just something, yes, it is very important and celebrated, not celebrated, but remembered here in the United States, but because it happened to us, but or we were part of it, but my brain is derailing. My thought train, like literally just, I don't remember what I don't know where I was gonna say. But yeah, no, it was a moment in history that, I mean, a lot of the world knows about. And that's one of those things we want to make sure our kids remember. So, and 9/11, we teach them about that, and so I'm trying to think. Oh, on the agenda. So yeah, I think for today we will watch some videos. I have an app that I use for things like that, that I'm going to utilize. So I need to, when I get off of here, I'm gonna finish this up. Where are we at? 32 minutes. We'll keep going. So yeah, I think that's what we'll do today. We'll do that, and then obviously I need to finish the preschool program with my 7-year-old. I know he's not preschool age, but it's a preschool curriculum that we're using and it's only called preschool because it's teaching the letters, and he's still in the letter learning phase, which is fine. He's just a little slower to learn it all. He'll get there. So I think we will do his little bit with his reading area, subject, and then we will learn about Pearl Harbor, and that'll be our history. And then I'll make the 2 older kids do their language arts and math of their choice, because they've got 2 options with language arts and math that they can do. So I think that's what we'll do. We'll cover all our subjects that way. And maybe look at a map and see where Hawaii's at and Pearl Harbor, and that'll be our geography. So that's the beauty of homeschooling, is we can, learn that stuff, and that's it. That's what we can do. It is what it is. I need a drink of water. There's just a little bit of ice left in there. Filled it up yesterday with ice and water for dinner, and it's still in there. No, I filled it up after dinner to take with me to dance. When I waited for my daughter at dance, I had my water with me, and I filled it up with ice water before I left. So it's been about 12 hours. So yes, last night, the evening of yesterday. Oh goodness. So let's see, where are we at here? I think I got 7 more rows left after this. Have you guys watched how many times I flipped it around? I need to look and see where my, I was crocheting on this last night, and I was just crocheting along, and next thing I know, I have 1 strand, and I'm like, why did it only pull 1 strand through? And then I got to looking at it a little closer, and there was no more yarn left of the 1 color. I was like, oh, oops, because I'm running the 2 together, and at points they almost blend with each other. I didn't see the end of it come, so I pulled out the 1 square that I had done and tied on the new one and went on about my merry little way. It was just funny. I do that quite often. Okay, look how close I am. So let me slip stitch across and then I'll count, and I might put my, let's see. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 more rows left. And the funny thing is, you think 7 rows. It's not 7 like even rows. I was gonna say complete rows. They're all complete rows. 7 even rows, evenly done, you know, because I have 7 squares in this row, 6 in the next, 5, 4, 3, 2, and the last row 1 row left, I have 1 square left. So if you add them all up, 7 plus 6 is 13, plus 5 is 18, plus 4 is 22, plus, where am I at 4? 3 is 25, plus 2, right? 25, yeah, 25 plus 2 is 27. I'm losing track of which number I'm on. And then 1 more, so I have 26 squares. Well, less than 26, 23 now. To do. That's so awesome. Should I keep going and finish this whole blanket on video? I know, it'll take me another 20 minutes to get those 20 squares done. So, I think I'm gonna finish row 7 here, or my, you know, the 7th of the 7 rows that I have to do, and then end the video for this morning and get it going. I'm gonna have it done today. I'm so excited. And I still have variegated left in there, y'all, so like I said, it'll be hairy. I'm gonna play yarn chicken with this one variegated and see if I can make it to the end of this blanket without starting on the new, or you know, start. I'm betting you if I have to use that second one, that last variegated that I have, I'm not gonna use much of it. It's barely gonna get pulled out of that. I might just pull it from the outside. That way it's not collapsing the center. Not that what I'll use won't collapse the center. That's what I'm saying. Like, it'll be so little that I use that it won't even make a dent, is what I'm saying. Like a foot. I feel like, I don't know. It's not going to be much. But I got to keep an eye on that second strand again, not let it run out. So, let's see. Well, I don't know. I might actually make it because there's quite a bit still left there. I pulled it closer and I was like, no, I gotta move it away because I can't flip my blanket around if it's there in front of me. So. All right, I'm gonna end the video here and finish this because I'm so close. So by the time you know what? I will try to remember to take a picture of it finished and post it on my community tab, because that way you guys can see it done. Because I don't know, actually no, I'll be able to get up in the morning tomorrow and do a quick video with you guys for Thanksgiving. It's gonna be Friday that I'm gonna have to do something different because I'll be at my mom's house but we'll see. I might take some stuff and do a quick video in the morning in my bedroom, because I'll be able to be in a bedroom by myself at my mom's house, because she's got a house big enough for a family of 5 to live in, and yet it's just her and her boyfriend and their 3 giant dogs. They've got 2 labs. The one is smaller than normal, but he's still a big dog. Like, he's still a huge, he's not like a normal size lab, chocolate lab, but he's still a big dog. He's over 50 pounds. He's probably in the, I don't know, 80s. Not quite a 100-pound dog. And then she's got a German Shepherd. Big dogs. 3 of them. It's a little crowded in there with the 3 of them. But, you know, it's what they want. We have our one little 9-pound cat, and I'm happy with that. We had a 50-pound dog at one point, but he's living with Grandma, who's overfeeding this dog. Like, she told me he was in the 70s, or she told us he was in the 70s the other day. I was like, what? That dog was, no. He's supposed to be in the 50s. 50s. Whatever. That dog's happy, spoiled, and she's taking care of him. So, yeah. And he's getting older, so it's a good, he's living the good senior life. with the other senior dog that she has. So anyway, I want you guys to remember to be grateful that you're here watching another video. Just, you know, that I don't want you to be grateful. I'm grateful that you're here watching another video. And I want you to remember that to go out and be kind and positive to people, and make something beautiful today. And happy hump day. And I will catch y'all on my next video. I should be able to record one in the morning before I head out, because I'll get up the same time, do my normal routine in the morning, because my husband's working shift this week, so he's gone before I get up. That's why I was able to be up and crocheting this morning, because he has to be at work by 6. So I was up before 6 crocheting. I was like, because I am super hyper focused. So anyway, this is a long video. I'm getting better and better at getting closer and closer to 45 minutes to an hour videos. But I don't want to keep you guys forever. So if these videos are too long, please comment below and I can reduce them back a little bit more again. Some days I only have about 15-20 minutes in me. Some days obviously I have almost 45 minutes in me. But I do enjoy doing this, and I feel like it gives me a way to, I don't know, talk my feelings out on things, on certain things. I'm not going to do all of them, obviously. And I have a feeling I am not going to get my shipping done today, but I do need to get one person's thing shipped out so she can get her stuff to her co-workers or friends that she bought the hats for in time before Christmas, so they can have them for Christmas presents or something. So anyway, as I said before, don't forget, it's a beautiful day to be kind and positive and go make something beautiful. And we'll see you on the next one, friends. Have a great day. Bye.